up, the country boosts its internet security to protect it from another attack. And mothers get a special treat. The Bahamas Tonight, the Weekend Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
The governing PLP marks 3 years of running the country. Good evening, I'm LaDawn Davis. It's been 3 years since the Progressive Liberal Party became the government after securing 30 out of 38 seats. The PLP's top leadership, including Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie, party chairman, members of parliament, senators, and stalwarts attended Mount Tabor Church today for its annual anniversary church service. Oscar Adderley was also there as the nation's leader made no apologies for his style of leadership, but pledges to continue to do what's best for the Bahamian people.
Top leadership of the Progressive Liberal Party gathered at Mount Tabor Church to commemorate its third anniversary of being the government. The nation's leader, Prime Minister Perry Christie, used the opportunity to reaffirm his commitment to serving the Bahamian people, in spite of daily challenges that can seem insurmountable.
We have not shirked from the big issues. Even when it comes to them debating about we didn't do mortgage relief to this very day, right now, this afternoon, I'm going to be focusing on it because the banks and the government was not truly aware of the extent to which it is a problem, the extent to which Bahamians are going home each month with no money in their pocket because they borrowed themselves out and there's no rule or law to stop them from doing so. I lead by my heart, and I don't apologize for it. Because right now in the Bahamas, you need leadership that is connected to the needs of the people.
Party Chairman Bradley Roberts stood firm by his belief that the Bahamas is heading in the right direction under this Christie-led administration and says that the best is yet to come.
Notwithstanding the challenges that still confront the Bahamas in 2015, the Bahamas has made measurable strides of success over the past 3 years. The worst of the ravages of the global recession is behind us, and the country is on a path to economic recovery.
The church's senior pastor, Bishop Neil Ellis, praised the government for introducing a number of new policies, such as immigration reform, the introduction of value-added tax, and the creation of the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute. Ellis says he's confident these policies will go a long way in ensuring there is a better Bahamas for all who live and work here.
I commend the government for ushering in change which is laying the foundation for a brighter and more prosperous future for generations yet unborn.
While admitting his administration will have their hands full over the next 2 years, the Prime Minister expressed confidence that at the end of the day, Bahamians will be pleased with the outcome of those efforts. Oscar Adderley, ZNS Network News.
Days after Prime Minister Perry Christie announced in the House of Assembly that the Ministry of Tourism's website was hacked, Minister of Tourism the Honorable Obi Wilchcombe is addressing the issue, saying they're doing all they can to ensure another attack can't happen.
We're continuing to monitor and we're checking globally to see whether or not we have been compromised. We're very pleased with the quick reaction of our professional team led by Audrey Miller, who was able to detect something had gone wrong and move with haste, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force moving with us to ensure that we can reclaim our website and, of course, put firewalls up to guard and cause for some protection.
That website, along with other government websites, were reportedly hacked by members of a Tunisian Islamic attack activist group, the Falaga team. And while the extent of the intrusion is still unclear at this point, the tourism minister said that in the future, vigilance must be the watchword.
I can't stand up and say with certainty today that we weren't manipulated to the point where they went on to get a message out. And you have to appreciate now, it's a tourism destination. We're not the only country that has had this problem. Other countries that lead tourism have had problems similar. So what we have to do is ensure now that we are monitoring and understanding that with this new world order, the reality is we have to ensure that we have the proper professional monitoring taking place at all times.
The government's financial commitment to Junkanoo set to deepen as Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie announces that Junkanoo groups will receive an increase in government subvention this year. The nation's chief made the announcement last night at the 2015 Junkanoo Awards banquet. Stephen Gay tells us more.
Expect to see an overhaul in the country's premier cultural expression now that government has pledged to increase its annual subvention to Category A and Category B Junkanoo groups. Acknowledging the rise in cost in staging annual parades, Prime Minister Perry Christie told Junkanoos last night that steps are being taken to totally revamp the Junkanoo experience by developing a strategy that would curb production cost where possible, which would allow for greater expressions of creativity.
I would like to now give consideration to an appropriate increase, whether it's in the seed money, whether it comes in the form of certain kinds of duty exemption, whether it comes in organizing with them how we can go about facilitating the groups, getting supplies that they need more cheaply. These are matters that we will have on the table in the coming weeks.
While not releasing any figures, the Prime Minister said that provisions for the increases will be made in the upcoming budget. JCNP Chairman Sylbert Ferguson said this news couldn't come at a better time as Junkanoo groups begin preparations for the upcoming season. He predicts that there will be an overhaul in the presentation of Junkanoo.
We are not going to have the same kind of parades that we have had in the past. Look for more exciting parades and more production in our parades. I think we will not care any longer who cheat, who win, who lose. We're going to make sure that it's all planned properly, the production, the backstage, and everything is equipped to move forward. And I know the government has made a very, very strong push now to make sure that groups get some additional funding because it is an expensive art form. But we are asking that we structure all of our groups to make sure that we are eligible to receive funding from the government.
Officials say a committee has been formed to work with the government in charting the way forward to promote the growth and development of Junkanoo. Stephen Gay, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Stephen. And still to come, mothers treated to a celebration. Find out more. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight.